anyone that knows me knows that I'm a bit of a headphone connoisseur. Yes, I know I've used that intro before, but to the point I'm trying to make right now, headphones have their advantages and disadvantages. Most of the advantages of a headphone is that you're not disturbing others. They have their disadvantages too, where you might not get some of the spectrum. Some headphones have different curves, some headphones have bass and so forth. When IK Multimedia reached out and dropped this baby onto me, which happens to be the Arc on ear, I was ready to check it out. So with no further delay, let's get into this video and let's see what's in this box right here. Don't worry, the unit's not in there. All corny jokes aside, man, the life of a content creator. I tell you what, FOMO is real. IK Multimedia reached out. By the way, they have no influence on this review. As you can see, I'm unboxing it. I struggled a whole bunch. I opened it up, got a big surprise when I saw the hard carry case. Was really excited about that, and yeah, I had to open it up too. It does come with its own wires, 1/8 inch wires, type C type shit. So, you know, we're modern here, and the build quality is very good. I was wanting to mess with it a whole bunch. It has a huge knob on it, so it is clicking the right buttons. Is that the right thing to say here? I don't know, bro. Just let me know in the comment section. The link will be in the description box if you're interested, but I just want to show you some of the things that it comes with in the box. And then here I go trying to make a thumbnail out of it, and I'm probably not going to use that as a thumbnail, correcting the camera and all this other stuff, but I just want to give you a good insight of what it is, because it has like 3 buttons on the top. We're going to figure it out, and the knob feels good. You know, I want to test out the build quality and see some of the I/O on the back, because those are important, integral things. So getting into the assembly process, I didn't find it to be hard to set these up. I think anybody can set them up. The build quality of the unit, I say for a compact unit, is built pretty solid. There is a lithium-ion battery, and the battery life is fairly decent for what I know, but I've only used it plugged up, and you know, setting it up for the first time isn't one of those things where you just get upset like, oh man, like why in the world is this unit not working? It's as simple as plugging up your USB type C to type C, or your USB type C to type A to your computer, as well as hooking it up to a pre-existing audio source. Maybe an audio interface will be the best way to utilize this unit, because it already has its own lithium-ion battery. It is compact, and you don't necessarily have to plug it up, but you do need to charge it immediately outside of the box. I mean, when you get units like these, I wouldn't roll with the immediate battery life, but I think everybody is smart enough to figure that out. One thing I find to be alluring about this is the actual software itself, and that's where I've been missing out when it comes to this new IK Multimedia Arc stuff. So once everything is registered and installed, you will be provided with Arc on ear software, and basically this is room simulation in a nutshell. You will have to plug it up the first time. Like I said before, I'm gonna say it again, you have to plug it up for the first time, and you can also see that while I'm talking through it, you can see your inputs. So if I have music going or something like that, it's a good way to understand if you have proper balance on your mix, and you can see the output of where it's going to my headphones or whatnot. And this is what it should look like when you turn it on. The FM button can be used for a myriad of things. By default, it's set to your mute, but you can also set it up in the software to be phase aligned, virtual speaker, and mono, just to name a few. Here's your FM button assignment. Like if I wanted to do virtual speaker or something like that, I can set it up to virtual speaker and then touch the FM button, and it will be on virtual speaker, and I can do mutes and many other things like I just said. But the interesting stuff happens right over here in this side of the panel. You have calibration, studio simulation, virtual speakers, headphone models. So you can set up your headphone model. As you know, I'm an avid person for the III TMA2s. These are my favorite headphones for the last couple of months, and I'm used to these right now. On the left side of the screen, you can see where all the headphones are located. This is easy for me. I just picked out the IIIs right over here. You can star them and you can save them. You can save your favorite headphones, and if you have other headphones, well, guess what? You should try them out too. I'll simply turn on the calibration, mess with the tone until it's right. You can do phase alignment over here as well. You can start a studio simulation where you can have your virtual speakers set up. And then from there, you can select different speakers, hi-fi and multimedia. I've had these speakers in the past and I like these right here. Matter of fact, I actually like the loud MMs. So after I go through the calibration, I can just go ahead, close, and we're good to go. And mind you, you also have presets that you can set up too. Like if you wanted to set up a different kind of room simulation, you can choose if you want to use it for calibration or something like that of that order. And then we can go from there. We'll just select a headphone model. Close it on up. Go to a virtual speaker that we like. Start a studio simulation. And then we'll pick something else from here. And if we have to, we can turn off calibration. And man, it sounds pretty good. The app isn't hard to use at all. Once you close the software, all you have to do is just unplug the Type-C wire. If the battery is full, then you can still use this after the fact. After setting it up, I did a couple of tests. I mean, the main one happens to be the MPC Live 3. I had to hear it, because when you get into new gear, you always want to hear out the possibilities of it sounding on different setups and stuff like that. And being able to hear it out of multiple amounts of different studio monitors with headphones, for me, is like the world. I just like to listen to my music to myself, and then when I'm ready to introduce it to everybody, I'm ready. But I also make beats live and stuff like that, so I've tried it out on a couple of my live streams already. I've had this for quite a while now and testing it out, and I appreciate IK Multimedia for doing that for me. The other thing I had to do, Brad, was play this game called Absalom. It is a phenomenal game with great music. Mick Gordon is getting busy on the soundtrack. There's a whole bunch of people that did a great job on that OST, and all I had to do is just show you a little bit of this action, and then you probably agree.
Where did you hide your mortality?
And once it passed the video game test, I no longer wanted to use another pair of headphones that I own, which are the Turtle Beach gaming headsets. They are a phenomenal pair of headphones, but at the same time, I lose a lot of what I need, and that is being able to deal with stuff in the analog and digital space. And just having that dongle doesn't necessarily agree with my computer, because I had to set things up to do things on YouTube, not to mention the headphones are ugly in themselves. I always wanted to just monitor different things, and when I was monitoring stuff in the DAW, that's when things were starting to get special there, because you're able to mix stuff like your different projects, and you get to try out things without disturbing the whole entire world. Not everybody wants to hear your music loud, and then depending on your situation at hand, you might not want to blast your music. But being able to have this intimate vibe with your music or entertainment whatsoever, and being able to change that within some software in the actual unit itself, the Arc On Ear, it is an experience that is meant to be tried at least once. So I hope that they will have some type of display, or whatever music companies, stores that you go to. I do have a link in the description box, affiliate link. Hey, I gotta do it, guys. But other than that, I do think that these are something that would be appreciated, especially at the price point that they're offering, which is $250 USD. I don't really have many gripes for this unit. I will say my experience will be different from you guys' experiences, because I had to deal with a few firmware updates, but noteworthy stuff. I had a little bit of a buzz or whatnot when I was going into calibration my very first time, and then they fixed it through a firmware update. And that's one thing I had to praise IK Multimedia on is they are serious about these updates. Holy crap, is it hard to catch up with their updates, but then again, they do have a way to do that using their IK product manager, and I can't thank them enough. And that's one of the things about dealing with a company that's been so gung-ho on both software and the hardware world, and that speaks volumes about this company because I've been using their stuff for quite a while. I've used the Duo, I used the Quattro with my MPC Live 2. My MPC Live 3 will get some Quattro energy, you know what I'm saying, when I want to go on the road. And they have their other iRig stuff that I've used and bought and owned for I don't know how many years now. And when I tried out their miniature studio monitors not too long ago when I was on my trip in Dallas, it was hard for me to part ways with those, man. Like, I ended up giving it to a friend, and I greatly appreciate that. You know, they make such a great product that has great quality at a decent price. And yeah, I definitely want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this unit? I definitely want to use it a whole lot more. I'm going to continue to use it a whole lot more because, bro, we're in a different time now, and what a time to be alive. Because there's a whole lot of stuff down the pipeline. Damn.